Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 21867 Southwest Vintner Lane here in Sherwood. Located at the front of the house, we've got a 3-inch ABS, actually it's a 2-inch access, but it's a 3-inch ABS cleanout and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's currently running. We're going to zero the foot counter out here at the base of the cleanout. Off we go. Transitioning here to 4-inch 3034 PVC. Thus far, the line itself is looking good. I am seeing a pretty continuous layer of grease buildup in the flow line. We'll see how that looks on the way out. All right up ahead here is the main lateral connection. We're going to go locate that really quick here while the line drains out just to verify where the line terminates. And then we'll take another look at everything. Thus far, the line itself is looking good. We do have grease buildup end to end, so I'm probably going to recommend some cleaning on it, but pretty small potatoes. Located the camera head successfully. Line terminates on Southwest Vintner. And it looks like the line where that locate came in lined up with kind of the bark dust patch between the two driveways, this house and the one to the right. I know. All the PVC pipe looks great. It's graded beautifully, no standing water. But we do have that continuous layer of grease buildup, and I am seeing it throughout the whole entire line. By and large, it comes from the cooking process. It's from greases, fats, and oils going down the sink. And it creates for sticky conditions. Debris ends up collecting on top of it. At the level it's at right now, it's not at a point where it would just be causing blockages all on its own if you were treating the line properly. But what it does do is any time that an improper thing does go down the line, it essentially guarantees it's going to get stuck in the line. And or, when you get scenarios with balled up toilet paper, just good old-fashioned blockages, when you have grease in the line, it acts like glue. And it allows those blockages to block in a much more stubborn fashion, whereas they might otherwise break loose on their own. That blockage behind it. And it also ends up impregnating itself into paper products. So your toilet paper and stuff that likes to disintegrate doesn't properly, because it's so coated with grease buildup, it basically becomes waterproof. So anyway, we just ran backwards there. That's the back end of the line. There is a branch that comes off that left side. My camera won't make that turn, but we were able to scope the whole trunk line, and that right there is where the line necks down to a 2-inch, probably a kitchen sink drain. That's where your grease is originating from, is that 2-inch line that comes in there at the back end. So the line itself looks fantastic. There's no structural issues to speak of. It's graded very nicely, and all the pipes in good shape. I do recommend a jet on the line to clean all the grease buildup out of it. Once the grease is out of the line, you can mitigate the buildup entirely. It's just a habit you have to build into your life. Kind of a rule of thumb with grease is if you've got enough grease and oil on your pans, that if you were to turn them sideways, the grease or oil were to run off in beads, or worse. It's at that point you want to do something about it. You want to wipe it out with a paper towel when the pan cools down, or put it into a jar. You just don't want it going down your sink drain. A thin little coating of PAM spray, stuff like that, is no big deal. Hot water and soap deals with that fine. Anytime you're rinsing off greasy dishes and stuff, even if they're relatively minor, you want to keep that hot water going for about a minute after you're done washing things. That helps to ensure that grease and whatnot stays melted and emulsified until it gets out to the main, or at least gets a good distance from the house. Once that water and everything hits the pipe underground, it's much colder than it is where the pipe is suspended in the air going through your walls. So stuff readily cools down pretty fast once it gets under the ground. So you just want to keep that hot water going. You can mitigate grease buildup almost entirely. So anyway, recommend cleaning and a rescope to show the work was done. Otherwise, very, very nice looking line there. As it sits, it is a functioning sewer line. It's at higher risk for blocking right now because of the grease buildup. That's why I'm recommending the cleaning on it.